Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to deploy and configure VMware vCenter server, or you can say the virtual appliance, VMware vCenter server virtual appliance on VMware Workstation. So deploying vCenter server on workstation required, maybe you are doing hands-on lab and you are setting the home lab and you want to do the VMware for the practice, and you need a VCSA on your machine. However, you can install the VCSA server, or you can deploy the VCSA server on ESXi server itself, which is going to run under your workstation. But I recommend you to, if you are planning to do uh, labs on your physical machine at home and you want to test some features, or wants to do labs on hands-on training for the VMware products and vCenter servers, then I recommend you to go ahead and deploy a VMware vCenter server on workstation itself. So I'm using the latest version of VMware Workstation, which is 16 Pro, and just let me show you what is my physical machine. So if I go on performance, you can see I'm using my CPU from the Intel, which is i7 7800X CPU, which is 3.50 gigahertz, and it's having 6 core and 12 logical processor, and my physical machine having 128 gig of memory. And you can see I'm using 8 in my machine. I having 8 module, and each module having 16 gig of memory. So this is my physical machine. Basically on my physical machine I have installed Windows 10. You can see here Windows 10 Pro. On my this Windows 10 Pro I have installed VMware Workstation. So this is VMware Workstation 16 Pro, you can see here, and this is the build number for workstation. So now um, we are going to deploy the vCenter server virtual appliance on our VMware Workstation. So if you are like doing the lab and following my videos, like you can say, oh, I have video on vCenter server 7, so VCSA 7 complete training for the data center virtualization. If you are following that video also, and any other other videos where you want to practice the vCenter server, I recommend you to deploy on vCenter server workstation itself, because it's going to give you good performance. So now I have one domain controller in this infrastructure, so I need to deploy this virtual appliance. So first you need a virtual appliance ISO media, which you can download from VMware. So I have already downloaded here. You can see VMware VCSA. So if I open this, you can see there are multiple you can say folders and files. So I'm looking for VCSA folder, and if you go in VCSA folder, you will see this OVA file. Basically this is, if I go and see the file format for this machine, this is going to be a OVA file basically. So OVA file you can import in your workstation. So I'm going to right click and open with VMware Workstation. So just click on it. So it will launch the import virtual machine wizard, and you need to accept the license term. Click next. So this is going to give you some information about the term and conditions, you can say. Click next, and here you need to provide the name of the virtual machine. So I'm going to call it INVCSA70, since this is going to be a 770 version 7 for the vCenter server. I'm going to save in C drive VMware Workstation folder. Click next, and now it's going to ask you which deployment option you want to select. So we have a tiny, which is going to support for the you can see here this require 2 CPU, 2 vCPU, and 10 gig of memory, which require also 415 GB of disk, and it's going to support 10 hosts and 100 VM. So, and if you go with the extra large, you can see here 24 vCPU, and it's going to around 3.5 terabyte space and 40 gig of memory, and it will support 2000 hosts and 35 virtual machines. So I'm going to deploy the tiny one. So just click next, and now you need to provide some information like IP address family. So if you take your mouse to a small icon here, it will give you what you need to put. So I'm going to put here IP family IPv4, and the network mode I'm going to give a static static. You can see here you can give DHCP as static, and here you need to provide the IP address. So I'm going to give 192.168.1.120, and suffix, so I'm going to put 255.255.0, and gateway 192.168.1.1. DNS I'm going to give 192.168.1.101, and with comma I'm going to give alternative DNS server, and here you need to give the full qualified name of the machine, or you can say IP address. So I'm going to give full qualified name, so it's going to be IN VCSA 70.labs hands-on.com, and here on SOS information you need to provide the single sign-on password. So I'm going to type this password, and from the system configuration root, this is going to be appliance root password. So I'm going to type my appliance root password, and upgrade configuration you can ignore this, and miscellaneous customer experience is going to be false, and network properties also here domain name. So I'm going to give it labs hands-on.com, and domain search path is going to be same. And now you can see here the virtual machine will be powered on after deployment. So this will deploy the virtual machine and also going to power on that particular virtual machine post the deployment. So we need to wait for this deployment to be finished, and once this deployment is finished, the machine is going to be powered on automatically, and we can see machine inside our VMware Workstation. So now you can see the machine is powered on, and it's going to do some backend configuration. You can see the configuration is running. So since this configuration is running, we can go ahead and create the DNS entry in our Active Directory infrastructure. So I'm going to on my AD server and go to DNS, and then I'm going to make sure I have a static entry for DNS. So I have already created. If you have not created, go ahead and just create a host record with the DNS name of your vCenter server and the IP address of your vCenter server. So now you can see the configuration part is still running. It's going to take some time. So now you can see we got the IP address and hostname configuration for this vCenter server appliance. So we need to configure this appliance now. So I'm going to log into HTTPS and INVCSA 70 labs and son.com, and the port number is going to be 5480. So here let's go. So basically I'm trying to log into appliance management console. So you can see vCenter server has been successfully installed, however additional step required. So I'm going to click on setup. So this will allow us to set up the vCenter server completely. So first I'm going to type my root account password here to log in. Now you can see we got the step 1 is done. Step 2 we need to do it, so click next, and now we need to just verify these information which we have provided during the deployment. So I'm going to type my alternative DNS and going to sync with NTP server, and I'm typing my NTP server IP address. So everything looks good here. Static IP address FQDN, so all good. Click next. Now we need to type the SOS configuration, single sign-on configuration. So just wait for saving the time synchronization, saving the domain. So it's going to save all the information which we have provided. Basically it's going to write the changes in this appliance itself, and then we will proceed with the single sign-on configuration. So now you can see we need to type the single sign-on domain name. If you already having, you can go ahead and join this. So I'm going to type here vSphere.local, and then I'm going to type my single sign-on password here, and click next. And now I'm not going to join a customer experience plan. Click next, and everything good. You just need to verify once these all the information, and once you validate everything good, just click on finish. And now it's saying once you start this configuration you cannot stop, so that's fine. Just go ahead and click OK. So now you can see it's going to do all the configuration which is part of stage 2. So this process is going to take some time, maybe depending on the how many cores and CPU you have given to your VCSA appliance. Sometime it's going to take 10 minutes. So I'm going to pause the recording once, and once this step is completed I'm going to resume from there. So now you can see in between it's going to might be it's going to lose the network, since it's going to do some reset for network configuration. So we need to reload the page. Now we need to log in back and see if the deployment is completed. So now you can see everything is good, and our machine is basically in configured, and now everything is single sign-on also, you can see up and running. So everything is looking good. Now I'm going to log into the vCenter server itself and verify everything is good. So this is URL for my vCenter server. Going to log in, and the default administrator vSphere.local, and going to type password for this account. So now you can see the deployment is completed, so all good. So you can see the version and build version for the this vCenter server which we have deployed. So everything is good. So this is all about how to deploy and configure vCenter Server Appliance or VCSA appliance on VMware Workstation 16. And same way you can deploy on any other workstation if you are using like 14, 15, anything. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me on my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.